Welcome to the Astral Weather Report for October 9th through 14th. Every 6 days I come on here and I share the cosmic astrological weather. Ultimately, what's happening in the quantum energy field that we're all a part of that affects human decision making, behavior. And so the real purpose is so this doesn't become a distraction, it doesn't create confusion, and you can leverage this and put it to use for your best benefit. Deploy it in a way that it creates progress and results for you. So the theme for this next 6 days is awakening through inner intuition, right? Tapping into your inner integrated intelligence. You have a guidance system beyond logic, beyond your feelings, that is connected to the truth at all times. And so the mental and emotional forecast for this next week, right? This energy brings sudden awakenings, right? It can be even shocking at times, but there's heightened intuition. You can feel something happening under the hood, regardless of what's being presented to the optics. So things might feel a little uncertain, or like I said, even shocking at times, but beneath the surface is this push toward clarity. And entrepreneurs, if you're a business owner, you might experience some like intuitive flashes. You might have some ideas that hit you that demand bold decisions. Our intuition isn't designed to be data that we have come in. It's designed to be a guidance system to help us make the best choices and decisions. As a parent, right, you might notice your kids, your children are testing boundaries in unexpected ways. Leaders in general, you might just feel the pressure to guide others through sudden shifts with steadiness. So the sun has moved into the 57th sign, gate 57. It is the gate of intuition. So interestingly enough, beyond logic, this can bring up feelings of fear, anxiety, hesitation, which can lead to procrastination, staying busy but not creating progress. And the key is to reflect on that energy. Find out how it can give you guidance, intuitive clarity, seeing the truth in the present moment beyond what's being presented, like I said, to your optics and your senses. The earth has moved into the 51st sign, that's gate 51. It's known as the gate of shock or the gate of awakening, right? It's someone hitting the pots and pans, the alarms going off. So it can feel like chaos. It can feel a little destabilizing, or you can have some reactive shock in the body. Once again, something anchoring a little bit of fear, but this can actually open your eyes. It can awaken your senses and initiate you to break through, whether that's in your business, your relationships, or your personal life, and ultimately open up new pathways, help you change and course correct. So, there will be a little bit of pressure around responsibility, structure, and long-term vision this next few days. But the combined lesson is really that, shocks can destabilize or awaken, but the intuition that comes from this, it can either paralyze you with fear or provide guidance from the clarity. So trust your signal, not your fear. Remember that fear and excitement, when you put an EKG on, they're the exact same thing, just one of them you're breathing and one you're not. So feel the fear and do it anyway, right? Convert your fear and your pressure and your stress into fuel by remembering to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. A little breath work goes a long way. And exhale, 6 to 8 count, slow it down, and an inhale 4 count. It's going to relax you. And then journal, ask questions, run inquiry. What is this showing me? What is this pointing me toward? Where am I finding clarity here? So how do you navigate this? Some things to avoid, just like I said, just let go of fear or shock pushing you into reactive choices. Don't make decisions from fear. They never lead to a positive place. Have you in your life ever had a positive outcome from focusing on the negative? Yes. Danger and caution is something we definitely want to navigate with a sense of reality. However, we don't want it to paralyze us, cause us excuses to procrastinate or overplan. So just avoid overreacting, avoid making choices and decisions from a place of fear. How to use this? Use these intuitive hits, any downloads you get, as direction signals, even if logic hasn't caught up yet. There's what you think, minds think. There's what you feel, bodies feel, souls know. So what do I know, right? What up until now, what did I think, what did I feel, and what does my soul know? What is it nudging me toward? The best way to get the biggest return on this energy is like I said, keep a signal journal. Make sure that you're asking important questions. Write down intuitive nudges before dismissing them. Do not spin your wheels, doom scroll, and keep yourself busy. I have that habit. We all do. Make sure that you create space to hear the signal, to hear that inner voice, to feel the direction it's giving you. Pause, right? Plan pauses. Pause before reacting to surprises. Breathe before responding. The difference between reaction and response is the space we create, right? So that we can get clear. Once again, re-anchor your outcomes, your goals, get really clear on what you want. You know, when what we don't want shows up, it can feel shocking. And when you focus on what you don't want, that's desire plus fear. That becomes unhealthy anger. When we focus on what I want is, what I want for the world, what I want for you, what I want for my community, it anchors us in desire, but the courage to take action to achieve that, to course correct, change our trajectories, and move in the direction of our goals. Align your structure with intuition. Make one practical adjustment to support your inner knowing, whether that's your habits, your business model, your messaging, maybe in a relationship, how you're showing up. Just find 1 degree of each of these areas in your life where you have obstacles that you'd like to break through. Don't overcomplicate this. Really ask yourself the question this week, where am I letting fear block my intuition, right? I've made the mistake in the past. I'm a father. I got to provide and protect. And I've made decisions economically out of fear instead of what drives my purpose here, where I can solve the biggest problems, where I can activate the most responsibility and duty in others to connect people to a collective movement versus fulfilling my own survival needs. So make sure that you are asking questions. Where am I letting fear block my intuition personally, professionally? Second, how can I meet sudden change or, unexpected challenges with awakening instead of reactivity? What is this showing me? What am I learning? How am I growing from this? And remember that just like in the gym, if you want to go and develop a strong bicep, what do? You got to pick up the heaviest weight and you got to do curls. There's going to be pain with that. Pain is not an option. Your suffering is. And when you embrace the outcome you're doing it for, well, you can develop muscle mentally, emotionally, and I call it spiritual muscle. So if you're going through something it's uncomfortable, well, you can either have comfort or you can have growth. So start to alchemize the shock when it shows up. If you get a crisis, rather than freak out and put on your fireman's hat and we got to solve this, take that crisis, break it down into the, some collection of problems that make that crisis, and then evaluate the solutions for each of those problems, tie it to tasks, and execute. It's just one step at a time. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't get overwhelmed. Just meet any sudden change with awakening, right? What is this revealing to me? How can I use this to grow? Whatever happens, let's use it to serve us. Everything that shows up in our life is either happening to us in perception or for us. In the moment you're asking a question, how is this happening for me to strengthen me physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, financially, and spiritually? You either win or you learn, and you either repeat or you remember the lessons you harvested from those moments. And this is a great opportunity to upgrade your lessons so that your future has more flow and that you achieve the outcomes and goals you want. So that is it. That is the Astral Weather Report for this week. Make sure that you check in every 6 days, these next few. We're going to have some fluctuations in energy. We're launching the Breakthrough Lab this next Wednesday. Reach out to me personally on Instagram. Shoot me a DM that says Breakthrough. I am going to be teaching Soul Money AI. So if you would love to combine the concepts of soul science with modern business and AI to make more money without selling your soul, I'm going to be sharing exactly the steps you can take to utilize AI. If you have any fear of AI, I'm going to help you understand an exciting, inspiring path that you can embrace it. If you're already in the game and it seems overwhelming, I'm going to help narrow the focus of where you can buy your time back and create more efficiency. I'm a huge fan of the AI surfer model of 90-10. Let's find the areas of life that you do not love doing, automate 90% of it so the 10% you are showing up in your business, it's 100% of what you love. I'll see you guys next week. In the meantime, infinite love, shine on. Bye for now.